Hi, I'm Claire and today I'm going to do the British tag. This tag was created by BeautyCrush and I was tagged by Julianne over at Bookish Brits. Julianne said she tagged me because I'm French and she thought it would be funny, and I agree 100%. I had been wanting to do this tag for ages, exactly for that reason. In real life I can get quite French and I can also get quite British. We'll have to see how I do for this one. Question 1. How many cups of tea do you have a day and how many sugars? Dear oh dear, I fall at the first hurdle. I am not at all a morning person, so in the morning I need coffee. So I have about 2 cups of coffee in the morning, and then in the afternoon I'll have some tea. I'll have 1 or 2 cups of tea, and generally it will be black Earl Grey, no sugar, like I'm drinking right now. Question 2. Favorite part of your roast? I really like the sides best because they're really specifically British. Roast meat is lovely, but we have it in France as well. Stuff like Yorkshire puddings and roasted potatoes and gravy and pork crackling are things that I discovered when I moved here and I fell absolutely in love with. If I had to pick one, it would be the roast potatoes because when they're done properly, they are so beautiful. Question 3. Favorite dunking biscuit? Now, I don't think you can go wrong with the classics, so I'm going to have to say a McVitie's Digestive. I eat a lot of these little blighters, but I'll dunk most any biscuits and also croissant and cake and sometimes bread. My granddad dunks baguette in coffee, so you know, we're kind of used to dunking as a cultural thing in France, so dunking, yay. Question 4. Favorite quintessential British pastime? The Great British Bake Off. Getting together with friends, watching the Great British Bake Off whilst eating cake and having loud opinions about the cakes we see on the television. It might be a bit too modern or recent to be considered quintessential, but to me it embodies a lot of things that I love about the UK. First and foremost, the food, and of course cheering for the underdog. It's also quaint and rural and charming. Question 5. Favorite word? Shenanigan. Question 6. Cockney rhyming slang. Now, I would say mum and dad for mad. I don't know if it's a real piece of Cockney rhyming slang. I have a postcard of it that's labelled rhyming slang, so hopefully it is true. But if it is, I just think it's such a beautiful, wry statement on the way that we love our families, and sometimes they drive us bonkers. Question 7. Favorite sweet? My favorite has to be Quality Street, because we used to get them in France when we were little, and they were just this like awesome British thing. We get a theme here. There are things that inspired me and that made me love British culture when I was a child that I'm still very attached to. And also, I'm obsessed with chocolate in general, so my favourite sweet will always be something that has chocolate in it. 8. What would your pub be called? I don't really know if this counts as a pub name, what makes a pub name, but I'd probably have a pub called The Open Book, and it would have books and board games and, of course, as Julianne rightly said, a pub cat, or, 3. Question 9. Favorite British person? Obviously, Joe Rowling. Again, we go back to my teenage years when I was teaching myself about the English language and English culture by reading the Harry Potter books in English. And also, you know that terrible disappointing feeling when you hear someone that you love talk and you think, my goodness, they're a terrible person. Now, I've looked at pretty much every single interview of J.K. Rowling that I could find because I was that kind of a Harry Potter fan, and I've never had that. I don't always agree with everything that she says, but I think in general she's always got fairly sound reasoning and she's always so kind. Question 10. Favorite shop or restaurant? Favorite shop for clothing has to be Dorothy Perkins. Generally their stuff is really cute and they make particularly good dresses. Favorite restaurant is a bit harder because I love food. I love Wagamama's. I also recently started going to Jamie's Italian near my new place and that was gorgeous as well, but I don't think there's anything that can beat a really proper, well-made, beautiful, delicious pub lunch. Question 11. What British song pops into your head? I'm going to say It's Raining Men by the Spice Girls. Obviously I was a child in the 90s, so they were everywhere, but also when I think of something especially British or especially British music, the soundtrack to the Bridget Jones's Diary movie comes into my head immediately. I know not all the music on there is British, but It's Raining Men is in that soundtrack, so that is what I think of. Question 12. Marmite. Of course, when I first visited the UK as a foreign person, I was told, hey, you should try this thing, it's really British. And no. And now the tea is almost gone, and I probably have bits of digestives in my teeth. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video because I loved making it. Thank you so much, Julianne, for tagging me because this was great fun. So if you thought this was fun, feel free to do this tag yourself. I am officially tagging you, and let me know what you thought in the comments below as well. If you'd like to see more from me, I recently did a really fun bookish habits video, which was Top 5 Wednesdays, and you can find it over there. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button for more videos from me every week. I've been Claire, thanks so much for watching, and see you soon.